Do you remember? There was this guy.
Was it Aaron?
Aaron,
Yep.
yes.
The cook, the chicken cook. Yeah.
Yes, and we were talking about flossing. You
I was just thinking of that. Yeah, yeah.
The TikTok dance, this dance.
The Fortnite dance. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
This thing?
Yeah. Oh,
And then
that
he was
awful.
like, no, you talking about this? And he puts a towel between his legs. He starts going like this in the kitchen. What is up, everyone? Welcome to Sip&Awe, where God puts you on awesome. I'm your host, Brandon, and we have Jacob Zirkle in the house.
In the house.
What's up, Jake?
Sup? How are you?
I'm doing great. So today's going to be a little bit different. We're not going to be talking about anything ministry related. We're just be telling stories about how me and Jacob met, things that we've experienced together. But before we get into anything else, it is time for the sippity dippity. You ready, Jacob?
I am ready. I've been watching.
All right, let's go. 3, 2, 1. Take a look for the day that He has made for you and me. 1, 2, 3. So starting with Sip&Awe, I guess. You used to work with Frank Schaefer, didn't you?
I did for a very short period of time.
Yeah. Tell me about it. What'd you think?
I thought he was a great man. I loved my job. It was probably one of my favorite jobs I had while I was over here. Worked at Walmart. Didn't last long here.
Yeah, you were only at Walmart for like a month.
I think, like 2 months. My dad came down and
I remember that.
Set up. He made me go get a job, which thank you, Dad. I needed a job.
You got to quit sitting around. Get a job, boy.
And then I was like, yeah, I'm going to go home for Christmas break. And then they never said Thanksgiving break, and they never said anything about it. And so I left and came back without a job.
Right on.
But I knew I was going to get fired for it. So I set up a job at Cane's.
Yep. Yeah. So me and Jacob, we met in Go Ministries. At this point, we've had like so many people from Go Ministries. So if you don't know what Go is by this point, then sorry. But if this is your first time listening, we can just kind of share what it is. It was an internship, basically based out of Shreveport, Louisiana. Our main focus was youth groups and youth ministry and kids ministry. So we would travel around neighboring states to do like youth conferences. We did C4C, and we would go to church conferences for like a weekend or entire week. We did Fusion in Wisconsin.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was a really good time. It was like a 24-hour drive with a 2-hour break on the road. So it was great.
Yes.
But Jacob, do you remember our very first conversation?
Our first conversation, not exactly, but I remember the first time seeing you was at C4C.
What was happening? What did I do?
You were being obnoxious to me at that time.
Was I really?
Yeah, I thought you were very obnoxious when I first met you. I didn't really meet you. I just assumed, I should say.
That guy's an idiot.
But no, we were at C4C, and you were like yelling at the stage and like talking to Jason or somebody up there. I'm like, these kids just need to shut up and listen. And it was you. And then then I got to go, and then I saw you were there, and I was like, this kid's here. that's literally how it
you gotta be freaking kidding me. Dang it. Yeah. Yeah. I don't remember that at all because I didn't see
you. Didn't see me. I saw you.
You saw me.
Yes, I did.
And then I think one of my favorite interactions was with Jacob. Our very first conversation was my very first time doing laundry at Go. I'm minding my own business, and I'm folding my laundry. And then you hop up. You're like, "Can I tell you something?" And I'm like, "Sure." And then you started telling me like where you came from, and like things that were happening at home. And then we were close ever since. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah.
Actually. I remember then. After that, instead of doing laundry on campus, we decided we'd let our laundry pile up, and then
we'd go to the
laundromat.
Yeah.
And we'd spend like an hour or two there at the laundromat.
It was really fun.
It was actually a very fun part of the week.
Yeah, it was a time of the week where I looked forward to it. I don't remember why we stopped going.
I think it just cost money. Yeah. We could do it for free at the place.
Yeah. So you got the job at Cane's first, and then I started working there.
Yes, I after Thanksgiving break, I got the job, and then I think a month or two later, you started, and that's where we really, I feel like, started to become more friends because you had to come with me to work. Yeah,
I remember one particular Saturday. I don't know what was wrong with me, but we woke up for the morning shift, but our manager called, was like, "Hey, can you guys come in 2 hours earlier?" Mm-hmm. And then Jacob was like, "Brandon, get up." I'm like, "No, I'm just gonna go in at 10." And then, like, I get there, and it was pointless. I don't know why I slept. It was so stupid.
I remember that because I was like, he's just being lazy tonight.
Dude, it was so stupid.
No, I remember one of my favorite memories at working at Cane's was towards the end of our time there when we came in, and we see the our manager. It was
Robin?
no, it was I think Ariel was her name.
Oh, yes.
And
Ariel.
I'm sorry, but I did not like you as a manager. But you could be a great person.
I thought she was cool. She was cool to me.
She was mean to me on the line, so I had trouble with that. But I'm over it now. Praise God. But I remember we came in, and it was like one of our last couple days there, and I'm like, Ariel, I'm pregnant. She just looks at me so confused, and she looks at me and she's like, "What?" And I'm like, "Brandon's the dad," which plays into a whole lot of stuff that happened at Canes.
Yeah, so I don't know why, but people thought that me and Jacob were gay.
They did. Lots of people at work.
They thought we were in a gay relationship because, for context clues, we would talk about how we lived together. Yes. We were really close, you know.
Yeah, no. But we were in a school or internship together, living in the same dorm. So we weren't, and we're praising Jesus.
We're not praising each other.
No, not each other. No.
But yeah, I remember one of our managers, I think, was like, "Are you guys gay?" And I'm like, "No."
Was it Vic?
It was Vicky. Yeah. I think she actually is still at Canes. So you ever listen to this? What's up, Vicky? You're still at Canes. Good job. Good for you.
I remember we all decided we were going to leave Canes once our actual manager, Robin, said she was putting in her 2 weeks. I'm like, yeah, sounds about like time to go then.
Yeah, well, here's what I experienced. I don't know if this was the same thing that you experienced, but whenever they got the new manager, he's still there. Okay. My hours like shifted very drastically where I got scheduled like once a week.
Well, I think we already turned in our 2 weeks at that point, so they were just trying to get rid of us at that point, I feel like.
And then we were like, hey, we're putting in our 2 weeks, and then we go on the app, and we were not scheduled. Yeah. They just totally fired us, which was kind of...
It's okay.
I was like, nice. But I did that during the season because I started working with Frank Schaefer, who you guys have heard plenty stories about, but I was making way more at Frank's. I enjoyed working at Frank's more. So, yeah, that's why I ended up leaving Canes. Did you enjoy it at Canes?
I did enjoy it. I liked all the people we worked with. I think the people there made the whole thing fun.
Dude, there's some interesting people. Do you remember? There was this guy.
Was it Aaron?
Aaron,
yep.
Yes.
The cook, the chicken cook. Yeah.
Yes, and we were talking about flossing.
You know, I was just thinking of that. Yeah.
The TikTok dance, this dance.
The Fortnite dance. Yeah.
This thing?
Yeah. Oh, that was awful.
Like, no, you're talking about this, and he puts a towel between his legs. He starts going like this in the kitchen. For those of you who couldn't see because you're not watching on YouTube,
he put a towel between his legs
and started thrusting.
Yeah, like he was riding a horse.
Yeah, like he was flossing in between his legs.
He was. Yeah, it was a very disturbing image.
Oh my gosh!
No, we worked with lots of fun people.
Then there was DeMarcus.
DeMarcus. I tried to get him to go to youth because he was a teenager at the time, and he was always like, "Oh, I probably should." Yeah. DeMarcus never came.
I think he works at Walmart now.
Does he?
I see him once in a while too.
That is true. I think I noticed once he left Canes that he worked there because I went into that Walmart a couple times before I moved, and he was working there, and I'd say hi, and he's like, "Hey, what's up?"
Do you remember your main position at Canes? Were you kind of like a floater? You did everything.
I did everything except the chicken. I did not want to do the chicken. I would remember when they taught us how to clean the grease traps.
Oh my gosh!
And every time they'd ask, I'd be like, "I haven't done it in a while. I don't think I remember it."
That was my main job. Dude, I hated it so much.
I avoided it. My favorite was doing the toast, though.
Was it really?
It was.
Boards was my favorite.
So for people who don't know, the boards is where you prep everything, put it in the
window. So there's like a window, and then it's like where all the boxes are, and then there's the chicken.
So it's actually making your box.
Yeah. So it's like where they put the chicken you just cooked in the fries, and then you have to like quickly get it all cooked together, and then put in the window, and
And that's where fun. Ariel disliked me. She would yell at me all the time.
Because you were slow.
The chicken. So here's the thing: people like Aaron sometimes forgot to drain the grease out of the chicken, so they just pour the chicken over there, and your hands would be on fire. They make you clap. They say clap before you grab it, and then you'll be fine. And they're lying. Clapping does not always help.
Clapping did not help at all.
It just burns, and you're wearing gloves. I mean, but still.
Yeah. And the chicken was so hot that the plastic gloves would melt, and then your bare fingers would hit the chicken. And I'm curious if the plastic chemicals got on the chicken because you're melting. Yeah,
but the chicken's good.
Hey.
The chicken's good.
You do waste a lot of chicken, though.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. We go through, they waste a lot of chicken. Because they only keep it for 7 minutes, I think.
6 minutes, in the thing.
And then they throw it away.
Yeah, so there was one time, I don't know how this happened, but me and Jacob got asked to take out the trash together.
Oh.
And there was this bag that was just filled with milk and chicken stuff. And we pick it up, and it just rips and busts all over our shoes. Oh,
it's so disgusting. And all of it stunk so bad.
Dude, I think the worst thing that ever happened to me at Cane's was I was doing marinade. If you don't know what that is, that's when you take the bag, the chicken out of the bag, put it in this marinade.
I
so
enjoyed
it sits
that.
for like a week.
Yeah.
Okay. And I couldn't get this bag open.
It's sat for like 24 hours, not a week.
So I grabbed the bag and I rip it like a bag of chips. And chicken juice goes all over my face and into my mouth. Dude, it was terrible.
I think my favorite memory at Cane's actually is of you when you were working toast and you thought the rapture was happening.
Oh.
He's sitting there, and then I think it was because people don't know that in Cane's, their intercom, or when you're talking to order your chicken, plays in the whole entire back room, so everybody can hear what you're ordering.
For like speed.
So yeah, and this truck gets over there, and it sounds like a trumpet.
Yeah.
And Brandon starts looking up. And he goes, Lord, take me. And everybody's looking at him like he's just an idiot.
I felt so stupid. I met the bread, and then I just heard like and I was like, Lord, take me, Lord.
Everybody looks at him so confused.
The entire staff just stops and stares at me, and then the car pulls up. I'm like, my bad. I thought the rapture was happening. Dang it! I was this close to getting to heaven, but I missed it.
Try to jumpstart.
Dang it. I think another memory that sticks out is my first time doing drive-thru was my last day at Cane's. And so two things happened that really freaked me out. This car of like, I feel bad saying this, but I guess it kind of helps this little story. 4 black guys. Okay. Maybe I don't have to say that. I'm sorry. Anyways, so the passenger's like blowing me kisses. He's like, when you get off, baby? When do you get off? And I was so nervous that I was like, do you guys want ketchup with your order? He's like, no, baby, when you get off. And I'm like, here's your food.
He wanted you with his order.
Dude, it was so intense. And then a few cars after that, this white lady rolls up. Okay. I don't know what's up with me in the race thing. But then this black homeless guy, like, forces himself in her car. She's like, get the F out of here. What are you doing? This is happening all in front of me at the window. I felt so helpless. I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah, we worked, the Cane's work, it was like right beside a homeless camp in the woods.
Yeah, like, so if you like drive down, we called it like Homelessville or something like that, but like in the trees, there's like a village of homeless people. And so this random homeless guy, probably tweaking out, tried to force himself in this white lady's car, and she drove off. She got her food though, but it was freaky.
We had the person come through on the tractor one day, a little lawnmower.
Oh, yeah.
The red lawnmower, he came by. I think that was one of our, close to our last days.
Welcome to Louisiana. This dude's on a tractor.
That's what I said. Welcome to Shreveport.
Dude. Okay, so let's tell the story about the old guy when we were eating wings at the Rodney Durham, not Rodney Durham Chapel, the New Life Tabernacle.
Oh,
no one's on campus.
Yes, we were. So Brandon was just getting into football and stuff, really, with me. And I because I'm a big football fan.
Yes.
A big Philly fan, which Brandon's actually a Philly fan too.
Let's
go Eagles.
Let's go.
All right. So now we're watching a football game. It's Sunday night. Nobody's at campus.
Everyone's at work. It was weird. They're
Everybody
either
was
on
gone
the
that day.
road or at work.
Yeah.
It was just me and Jake on campus.
So it was us two. We were sitting in what is it called? The Go building. I don't know what it's called. the like the main office area.
ND room, something like that.
So we're sitting in there where they like
make videos and content.
Yeah, the
and
content.
Stuff. So all like computer. Yeah.
So we're just sitting in there, and Brandon kind of goes.
I take a phone call.
Yeah, he walks out.
So I'm in the loft where all the people hang out. There's like couches and stuff, books and whatever. And I'm on the phone. I turn around and there's just like this old man just slowly
creepy old man
walking down the hallway, and no lights are on. So I just see this black silhouette, and I freeze.
Yeah, and so he comes and peeks in the room I'm in, and I turn around and I see him. I'm like, this is. We were only at this campus for a few months.
Yeah.
So we hadn't been there that long, and so I look at him. I go, sir, can I help you? I did stutter. That's why I said it like that. I was freaking out.
Is there a church service going on around here?
There was like I think a few days before. Somebody like we had to go on lockdown because something happened.
Yeah.
And so, but yeah, so I'm like already kind of like paranoid to walk out and be around by myself at night sometimes. So
and he was looking for a church service.
Yeah.
Or
so he's like, is this where the biker church is happening?
Like, no, the biker church is over there.
I'm like, it was either biker church. It might have been Alcohol Anonymous or something like that. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, dude, it's just me sitting in a room with the computers.
Oh my God, dude.
And so no, I grab him and I start walking him out. I didn't like grab him. I walked with him. I'm like, oh, I can show you where it's at. Like, kind of like directed him out of the building. And showed him where it was at, because it's on the same property, just over behind the church and just a little bit of a way away.
Like a little house or something like that.
So but it was terrifying. It scared.
Oh my gosh.
And Brandon, he was not really there for it. He kind of just went and hid with his phone.
Yeah, because I was still on a phone call. I remember hearing Jacob up, hello? When the old guy walked into the room. I felt terrible.
Yeah, no, he sat and hid.
Yeah, I was like, if Jacob's gone, I'm sorry about that.
That's funny. No, dude. And then we had... So we texted David Zahner.
Yep. No, David.
He'd been in that.
He was in the office.
He was in the office, literally like one door over from us.
Yeah.
But he'd been up for like 36 hours playing video games or something.
When we moved, so we were at New Life Tabernacle, and we moved to our current church, Shreveport Community Church. Yeah. So Shreveport, Louisiana. Anyways, and so... we didn't have a washer and dryer there yet, so whenever we did laundry, we would have to drive back to New Life Tabernacle and do laundry. And so what me and Jacob would do is we would watch the Marvel movies, because Jacob showed me all the Marvel movies in order.
He had never seen any of them, and so we watched every single one that was ranch approved.
And then when we weren't, the ones that weren't ranch approved, we'd go to New Life Tabernacle. It wasn't technically the ranch anymore, so we'd watch those ones. Didn't we do that?
I don't know if we... I don't know.
I don't remember.
We could have. We watched, I think, a couple, but nothing crazy. There's no like scenes too bad in one of those Marvel movies. But
right. Anyways, so we go back, and David Zahner walks out. He's like, "Yeah, man, I've been playing video games for 36 hours."
Something crazy. He'd been up. He like just got back from. He's like, "Yeah, I'm about to head to Whataburger. I'm gonna get food for the rest of the night.
I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna stay up all night again." I was like, "Dude, what is wrong with this guy?" Jeez Louise. Do you remember we got stuck behind the train?
Oh yes. So. Me, Brandon, and Amaye, they all wanted to go out somewhere. I'm the only one with a car, so I get to take everybody everywhere. Me and Brandon ended up sharing my car during our time there.
A lot. I crashed his truck too, but
that's another story. Yeah. So we go. I think Amaye wanted to go to.
He liked World Market
or something. Yeah. Not my kind of store, but we went there, and we're on our way back, and there's two ways to get back to the church or the campus we were at. And one way, there's a train track. The other way is just a little bit longer. So usually I go the one with the train track. There's never been a problem.
Yeah.
So we pull up to the train track, and I see the train, and I'm like, it'll pass. We'll be fine. And we all start looking at the clock. It's like 5 minutes till curfew. And the train starts slowing down, and they're like, Jacob, the train's slowing down. The train's slowing down. I'm like, no, it's not. We're fine. It's gonna make it. We're fine. And it stops.
It's the last car.
The last car
stopped right in front of us.
Right in front of the tracks. There was no way to get around it.
Like, you got to be kidding me.
And we look at the clock. We got like 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
It's 11:58. Curfew's at midnight.
So I booked it. I hit a Huey, and I pull around the corner, and I'm flying. And
dude,
we pull back up right on time.
We made it.
I remember a couple times they ended up changing the rules in the middle of the year. Not the middle of the year, but the middle of our time there, that we weren't allowed to go out, or weren't allowed to go out on Wednesdays anymore.
Yep. And me and Jacob,
we didn't know that changed, or we forgot that it was Wednesday.
We forgot, and
we totally left. Even like our leaders forgot it was Wednesday, so they didn't. But we pull back in, and we get a text. It's where do you guys go? I think Justin or Donna
So we went to Little Caesars because I think that's when we're writing sentences.
Probably
something like that. And then we come back. We're, oh my gosh, it's Wednesday. So we call Zach Yano. We're like, Zach, we went off campus.
Yeah.
So sorry.
No, we admitted to ourselves. That's what happened.
And then he was like, you guys are good if you give me a slice of pizza.
Bribery, the way to the heart.
Yep. So he got a slice, and so we were good to go. What else? What else happened our first year? It doesn't have to be your first year. Again, second. You were there for 2 years?
I did 2 years with you.
Yep.
And then I dipped and went to Rhema.
You did. Do you have any other crazy stories? Let's see how much we got. We got 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Our first year.
I think there's stories.
There's some stories, but I wouldn't share them on the podcast.
The little inappropriate.
No, not necessarily. But like.
I remember the schnoz lady. You remember that moment? We were in the fivefold class.
So this is Brandon. Like, was a new Christian too.
Yeah,
like when he started coming.
I wasn't saved for that long. I was only saved for like a year, and I was introduced to her name's Brooke. Something from Hillsong United.
Yeah. It was one of the like main singers back in the day.
Yeah,
from Hillsong.
And so they're showing like a documentary or something, and I see her.
So there's no leaders in the room at this time.
It's just
us interns. I think it was just the first.
It's just first year class.
So we're all sitting in there. And
dude, so they show this lady, and she has the biggest nose, and just
man, that lady's got a schnoz. That's what he says.
That thing's got a last name, bro. The schnoz lady. Dude, everyone went out and was laughing so hard.
I think we had one of the girls was not very happy.
Yeah,
I'm not going to name names.
I feel bad.
But I remember one of them. That's so rude, Brandon. That is so rude. Why would you say that?
Because it is. Like, look at that thing.
It was massive. No offense. If you watch this somehow, no offense. But
no, I'm talking about. So the whole team we were trying to watch. I think.
No, we were watching the newer episodes.
Yes.
And yeah.
What was the worm?
Oh, yeah, it was my bad. Yeah, that was me. The something bullworm, Alaskan bullworm from SpongeBob.
Yeah.
So we're watching. Yeah, I think it was episode. What is that? 7 or something?
Something like that.
7 or 8. One of the newer ones with Ray.
Yeah.
Skywalker. Ray. Whatever. I don't remember. But
whatever it is.
So yeah, no. Everybody was getting annoyed with me because.
Dude, we were all talking. And Jacob was like the main guy.
I was me. I was. It was a night for me. It was one of those nights. But no, there's the scene with the worm, and I go, "It's the Alaskan bullworm," and I started sending memes to everybody.
Group chat,
and some people thought it was funny. The girls didn't think it was as funny.
Yeah, and then we got corrected.
It's a family night. We're not supposed to.
I know. It's like even if you didn't want to watch the movie, you should honor the ones who wanted to watch the movie.
But I did I like those movies. What did I say? Controversial opinion. I think those ones are my favorite.
The newer ones.
I
agree. They have a lot of watch value for me.
I think. So my thing is when I watch a movie, I like good CGI. And those older ones,
they're terrible CGI.
Said it here.
Man, okay. Let me think of another story. Do you have one?
What do you think? From our first year?
Yeah. I guess I can talk about how I crashed your truck.
That was our second year.
Oh my gosh. So our second year, Jacob let me drive his truck all the time. I don't know what I was doing. I think I was taking out the trash or something. Okay.
I think you were going to work and you were sick or something. You were doing something.
I don't know what was going on. And so I promise you, I looked in the mirror. I looked behind me, and nothing was there. Okay, it feels like the bus like emoted somewhere, like it just came out of nowhere. So I put it in reverse, and I just cranked the gas, and it just. And I look back, and I hit our little short bus from the ministry short bus. It's like, oh, you got to be freaking kidding me! And then so I parked, and I had to build up the courage to tell Jacob because Jacob was out of town.
That's right.
Yep, you were at home, I think.
Was it during the COVID time?
I don't remember.
Could have been during COVID, and I was home, and then you guys had to use my truck to go get your test and stuff.
That could have been it.
Or you had to go get a test again.
Yeah. So, and then I had to build the courage to tell Jeff Post, because Jeff Post was like our maintenance guy, and he was a leader. He was the only leader on campus. And so I had to go to his room like, Jeff, I just broke the mirror on the people mover. And so Jeff, Jimmy rigged it, and it was okay because we didn't really use the people mover that much after that point. But yeah, that kind of brings in another story. Go Ministries got COVID. The whole ministry did. So some people went home like Jacob.
I did. I said bye.
And it was like me, Justin Parson, Dustin, Reagan. I think that's it. Who got it. And we didn't do anything for like a week.
I think the only 2 guys that didn't get it were me and Matt.
Yeah.
And we both said, we're going home.
And then Stephen Bailey got it, but he went home.
Okay.
Yeah, he went home, and then I think he got it. But yeah, that was a weird time.
Because then we did Zoom classes and everything, and it was just...
I remember when COVID hit my first year. I remember we went to Guatemala our first year, and we got back, and we got back, and a week later, COVID hit. And so we found out if we would have stayed in Guatemala for like 3 to 4 days,
We got trapped.
we would have gotten trapped for like 3 to 2 months.
They were closing the border for a little bit.
Yeah. But here's what we're going to do. I'm going to stop us, and we'll do a part 2 of story time. But thank you for listening to Sip&Awe. Jacob, thank you for driving all the way down from Oklahoma to do this. So that's when we're going to have a lot of episodes with Jacob, because he came for a whole weekend. So might as well just use up our time. But guys, if you're tired of your wardrobe, if you're tired of looking like garbage, you can now buy Sip&Awe merch. Yeah, Jacob actually bought that from the website. Looks great. How does it feel?
It's great. It's actually really soft on the inside.
Praise
I like
Jesus. Awesome. So you can now subscribe and like on YouTube. Please share this channel so we can keep growing the Sip&Awe community. And you can listen on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. All right, we'll see you. I don't know how I'm going to post these. Maybe next week or tomorrow, whatever. But Jacob's coming back for part 2 of Story Time. See you guys later.